say that soon you would deploy the security people
Yes.
in these now classified security
Yes.
zones. In your estimation, when will that be?
Oh, it's already happening.
Okay.
I mean, we already have a team right now in the Ankobra area. What they are doing is that they are the preparatory team working on the logistics there. I talked about tents. There has to be some clearing, in some of those areas to set up the system. So they are doing all of that. But we see, we as this is going on, we can't start the deployment. So we'll see other teams. We've already, the National Anti-Calamity have identified 7 regions for the start. And these 7 regions, and I've identified critical, notorious areas that we must attack first to make sure. Remember when I was talking to you earlier, I talked about 9 forest reserves that were completely red, which means that thugs have taken it over. We couldn't even enter. The forestry guards couldn't go there. Thanks to the effort of the security forces, all of that has been reclaimed.
Right.
And now what we need to do is to keep it and hold it and send a message clearly to these armed groups who continue to try to make incursions that we are not going anywhere this time.
Right.
We are here. And so those critical places, we are going to be making sure that it's not like the soldiers and the security forces will come and leave. You face them there.
So these deployments that you make are only going to the 9 areas that have been taken back from the illegal miners.
I said,
so where are the areas?
I said we have trained the first 400 troops that we are deploying. We have places in the country right now. And when I was talking about the example of the forest reserve, we have 288 forest reserves. Some of them are in green zone. We don't have too much problems with them right now. But we have places that are potential red zones.
Okay.
Even though we've reclaimed them, people continue to try to make incursions. I'm saying that when we are beginning the deployment, those are the targeted areas, the trouble spots. We want to begin with those places. Ultimately, we are going to basically occupy everywhere in the country.
So, I mean, give me some names, right? The areas that you expect to deploy them soon. Which riverbanks are we?
Well, there's a lot of them. For example, I know Ankobra is one. I know Pra is one. I know Bia is one. I know the Ashanti Shelter Belt was one. And a lot of them. But maybe for security reasons, I should also leave it.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that I think that the message is very, very clear. We are not going to leave places for people to have field day. The government is going to put its money where its mouth is. We are going to put money where it matters. Yesterday, we did a ceremony where we procured over 24 Land Cruisers for all these agencies to begin to act. And I think that all I'm saying is that if you combine all the things we are doing in the 5 pillars areas, and I've not talked about one of the critical pillars, we are also under no illusion that these efforts alone can solve the problem. Listen, we have 3 million Ghanaians who engage in this trade in now almost 10 regions. There's a legal regime that allows people to mine responsibly and sustainably. Exactly what can we do to strengthen the legal regime and to make sure that the regulatory institutions are holding people who are mining with licenses responsible, with penalties to stay on their toes, and you know that your license will be revoked if you fail. We are strengthening that regulatory regime. We are changing our laws. I mean, how is it that I'll be sitting in my village and all of a sudden somebody in Accra who has no clue where Jomoro is, we issue a license for a guy to come to my village, to come and just tore my cocoa farm down because the mineral underground is a right he has been given. It is fundamentally wrong. We're changing that. What we are saying is that with the new provisions, before we even consider a license in Accra, you must begin that license process at the district level, where that community, the chiefs, the DC, the key stakeholders there, We'll walk with you to the area you claim you want. We'll assess it, and now we'll give you a recommendation that, oh, this is a rocky area, there's no water body. We think that there will be benefit. In fact, in the process, we will also discuss with you what is in for us as a community. And that recommendation will guide those in Accra in issuing the licenses. That is the only way that we can also hold the chiefs responsible. Don't tell us that we are sitting here and then they are bringing a license. You gave the recommendation.
So this is a bottom-up approach.
It's a bottom-up approach. It's also empowering the people at the bottom. It's also strengthening them. More importantly, one of the critical things that I'm excited about, and I say that this one size doesn't fit all in terms of the solution for illegal mining, is that we know that people will continue to mine. How do you give a small-scale mining, which is a 25 kilometer square? The guy has struggled to come to Mincon, Accra, the licenses, they've delayed it. And then once he gets one license and he has a capacity, he finished, he doesn't have an opportunity to even go to a medium scale. He now has to come for another small scale. Is it a possibility that people who we've given small scale mining licenses, who have acted well, who have reclaimed the land, who have done the right thing, are rewarded with medium scale licenses and possibly large scale licenses? We are also moving in the large scale mining area. We think that after 100 years of mining, Ghana has come far enough. We are the bars of the bars. We came to the middle. Now we can drive. Go to any large scale mining company, you won't see any white man there. It's Ghanaians who are in the forefront of this industry. And so if I've given you 30-year lease and it's done, and Ghanaians have the capacity to do it, what makes me think that I should give the licenses to some foreigner again? I should find the Ghanaian with the capacity to give that license. And that's the policy of President Mahama. He's saying that going forward, large-scale mining sector must look at Ghanaians who have the capacity to also empower them. You know what that would mean?
After a certain period of time.
Yes. Well, what that would mean is that we are moving Ghanaians to hold the commanding heights of the mining sector. This is something that has been talked about for a long time. Okay. When we do that, and we move Ghanaians from small scale to medium scale and guide them to do the right things, responsibly sustainable mining, I'm sure nobody will be talking about illegal mining.